Good morning, everybody. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Monday, so we're here with coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. I'm here with my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. So sit back, relax. Let's talk about business this morning and get this week started on a really, really good note. How you doing this morning, Fran?
I am well, and today is Monday, June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
We're 6 months into 2020.
Good morning.
Boy, I didn't see it going this way. It's like there's a whole man just did not see it coming along the way it did. Hey, Lakeisha, good morning. So, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
We always have conversations that are based on other conversations. So today's conversation is all about making room.
Mm-hmm.
And this came about because Terry was out walking, which everyone should be doing. We're supposed to be wealthy. We're supposed to be well. That means we need to be living a lifestyle of wealthy and well, which means you are walking, getting out the house, doing some exercise, doing something for your physical well-being. And so Terry was out walking and showed me a picture of some lemons. And okay, so lemons are really not in season right now. So they shouldn't.
See, I didn't even know that.
Right. Well, because lemons and oranges and limes and lemons, orange, limes, grapefruit are all winter season fruits.
Oh.
Citrus comes out in December, January, February. Okay, we're in June, and that lemon tree was full to the brim of lemons.
Yep. Well, I don't know if you can see these lemons, but
yeah, but I might be able to pull them up. But anyway, there's lemons, and the lemons are on the tree, and this tree is stock full of lemons.
Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
So what is going to happen when the season comes around again for lemons, and the lemons from last season are still on the tree?
Wow.
What does that mean? Because we were just thinking about that. How are we going to how is the tree going to produce new fruit if the old fruit is still there?
Mm-hmm.
And then that equates to our business lives. How are we going to do new business if the old business is still kind of hanging around and we haven't done whatever it is that we're supposed to do with our old business? Okay, let's take it to retail, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And Lakeisha's here, so she can chime in on this too. When the new stuff comes out, the new line comes out. Y'all hear the people blowing in the background?
No.
Okay, good. So when the new line comes out, where are you going to put it if the old line is still in the house, or if the old line, or if the old merchandise and inventory is taking up all the space on the shelves? What do you do with the new inventory?
Well, that is a concern. I think that the issue too is a lot of times we're not trying to sell the current inventory because we don't think people are buying, but that's not true. People are buying constantly, and if anything, they're certainly buying online. They have gotten acclimated to the whole process of buying online.
Okay, so you in order to have new, you gotta get rid of the old to make room for the new.
Mhm.
And June is a really good time to kind of think about doing that. We need to bring in we want new ideas, new
Mhm.
thoughts. Okay, we had to have a new way of thinking this past 6 months.
Mhm.
Nobody is doing business like we did before. So
Mhm.
we had to make room for new thoughts.
Okay.
You could have kept trying to sell kimonos and other cover-ups, but nobody's going out the house.
And see, the thing is too, we really need to get dressed in the morning. Seriously, even whether you're going out of the house or not, because there's something about getting dressed, putting on makeup, looking decent around the house, Mrs. Cleaver, that makes you feel different about your environment. I can remember my grandmother always dressed. She was retired, but she got up in the morning. She put on a beautiful shirtwaist dress, crinolines, and an apron.
So,
Unless we were going out to harvest something or pick flowers or do something outside, she was always dressed around the house.
so my point for this morning was you really got to make room. And where I was going with what you were talking about with the kimonos was you made room. Okay, I'm not doing kimonos. I'm gonna do a different type of cover up. You
Mm-hmm.
changed because the season changed, because the environment, the climate, or whatever. So people are not going out necessarily. They're not wearing the sequined
Oh
cover,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but they can wear the uh, the
Mask,
the 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 sequined face
face cover.
cover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a difference now. There, we're doing things differently. And Lakeisha said, I went to Michael's
Mm-hmm.
and they had their Easter stuff.
Whoops, I meant to show that. Uh
I went to Michael's and they had their
huh.
Easter stuff that they could sell because the store was closed in front on super discount. They're not bringing in new stuff because nobody's going in the store for the, okay.
So what she say here? So you got to sell it and get it out the way for
For
the
new
new product. Absolutely. And I saw you do that, Lakeisha. I saw you have a sale. You said you were having a moving sale. I missed it, but I saw it. And so I see her shifting as needed so she can keep that inventory fresh. People don't want old product.
Okay, it's like having bread.
Mm.
We don't
Mm-hmm.
want the stale bread. We don't want the bread that's been on the shelf for however long it's been on the shelf and it's a little hard. And no, we don't want stale bread. So I'm telling you not just to make room with your products and everything, because what Lakeisha does, she has to stay
All
current
right.
on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like in the clothing industry, the fashion changes from season to season, and there are some pieces that will work out of from last season, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, you're moving into a new season. You need to make room for new.
There you go.
Okay, now I'm going to take it over to your mind. Have you made the shift in your mind from
Mm.
making room that we have to make room in our minds that we're going to have to do things differently. We need to make room for the things that are coming up. uh, what will the rest of 2020 look like for you? What is it
Mm-hmm.
going to look like? Hey, Pat.
Hi,
Claudia.
Claudia. How you doing?
Right. Lakeisha says that that's why we always have new products each season to spark the eye. And
Mm-hmm.
then Claudia says, I make up meals just to get stuff out of my freezer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Makes sense.
what are you doing to thinking forward now. We got to think forward. We're in June 2020, and we didn't expect March 2020 to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It happened. We pivot. We moved. But are you making room for June? What is June going to look like? What is the rest of the year going to look like? Okay, graduation didn't happen for a lot of people. Proms didn't happen for a lot of the stuff we were accustomed to seeing did not happen and occur for people the way that it normally would. So are you making room for new ideas in 2020? Making room in your mind for 2020? Lakeisha said, yes, new thoughts. I did a makeover yesterday and came up with a whole new way in moving product.
Sounds like a plan. I love it, Lakeisha.
So what are your June, what are your second half of the 2020 plans looking like?
See, now, let me say this. If you are doing something like makeup, like Lakeisha, you can call your customers and say, you got 3 minutes because I want to show you this product that is going to do certain things, for you. And it only take me 3 minutes to show you. And then I can, if you want it, then let me know. But I just want to show you what it does. And I would find that really, really helpful. It says, she says, now I got to organize it so I can promote it. Yeah, but I'm telling you, if you can show me a 2-minute demo, you know what I mean? Like call me and say, Terry, I just want to show you something real quick. Let's FaceTime or let's get on Messenger and video chat because I want to show you this product. See, this is my before eye and this is my after eye.
Okay, and so here's the thing.
Hey,
now
Tracy.
that we have messenger rooms,
Mm-hmm.
and Lakeisha did that. And Lakeisha, I want to be proud. I'm so proud of you and props to you. She opened up the room and had people come in. And, I'm going to the room and we're going to talk about this. So it's not just going live, it's inviting people to come in with you. It's more intimate. So we make room? Oh, didn't have, okay, there's a play on work. Use your rooms to
make room in your business.
Hey, Maureen and Tracy. And Claudia says, I've been meeting virtually to get ready for new COVID ideas and party planning. We have a new system that can help people be and feel safe.
Great. And Claudia, you can also talk to us for a couple of seconds on there in the room about how to wash our vegetables properly, how to keep our food safe. We all need that information.
Okay, and see, here's the thing, and I think Claudia and Brenna might need to hook up. Brenna has a product that you wash the vegetable. There's a special cloth that she has that you can clean the vegetables with.
And they got a rinse. Mm-hmm.
Right, that does not involve chemicals. So
exactly.
And if Claudia and her did a room or a situation where they are together and they're talking about that, how to
keep your celebration safe.
Right. But I was also going to say how to, like when you bring the groceries home, you still need
sanitize.
Okay, wait a minute. The people have been, okay, so you picked them up and did whatever you need to do. You brought them home, but how do I clean and get everything sanitized before I bring it in and put it into my kitchen? So somebody can teach how to do that.
Because a lot of people have been getting poisoned, Francine, from over sanitizing with toxic chemicals after they get it home. They've been dipping it in Clorox water and all kind of stuff. And then they have to call the Poison Control Center because the chemicals get into the food. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But we have two specialists here. One who does food, the other one who knows how to do it without chemical, which is Brenna. And yes, Brenna is here. So Claudia and Brenna can get together and teach us how to do our whole situation where we
there you go.
For free.
I love it.
Because I had to open up a house that we're selling, right? And we have to wipe down after everybody comes through. I had everybody put on gloves, seriously, and they don't get to touch light switches and stuff like that. So I open up the door and put on gloves, and everybody comes through.
Mm-hmm.
And there, the hand sanitizer has because you want to follow the protocols that they talked about. I remember when Brenna talked to us first about the Lysol wipes, where you wipe down stuff. You know how you wipe down the counters with the wipes.
Yes.
And she said that they had to sit for a certain amount of time.
I didn't know it had to sit.
Okay. Nobody's reading the back of the package.
I did not know.
Just wiping stuff down. I'm telling you, the wipes is like, whoa, the fumes, not fumes, the smell coming off the wipes. And then I had to wash my hands after using the wipes. Because I was like, okay, what is this on my hands? You can feel the
stickiness,
the stickiness. You could just feel the whatever they used on the wipes. And I was like, okay, Brenna, you need to continually be doing that. Have a room and invite people into the room. I'm telling y'all to use the rooms.
Yeah.
You use messenger rooms and have a public one, because if you have it private, the only people that can get in that room are people that are a part of that group.
Invited.
You can't know. Not if it's a private group. They're not getting in, even if they're invited. They have to be in the group.
Okay.
Find that out.
So if that's right. So if the room is public, then anybody can drop in. Is that what you're saying?
If the group is public.
Yes. If the group is public.
It's public. The group has to be public for if you send an invite, everybody can come in. If the group is private, only the people that are in the group can get in to the room.
Well, that makes sense.
Right. So the other people have to be added to the room. So I'm saying that if you got a group where you're doing some things, you might not want to make it private. You might want to be public for whichever the group is. Okay, so Brenna says, when using chemicals per the instructions, we have to clean before we sanitize, then wipe clean with water. And that was the whole thing. Nobody's doing that.
No.
They're thinking that just because you wiped it down and sanitized it,
they're done.
No, you got to go back and rinse that stuff off.
And then we throw our meat and our food down there on the so-called clean counter, right?
And you're eating the
chemicals
stuff. Right. I was like, okay. But it's helping anyway. It's supposed to give people peace of mind, but it's not doing exactly what it's supposed to. So make room. What are you going to do to make room in 2020, the last half of this 2020? Yeah, there's Christmas coming. There is stuff that we would be.
There's a lot of good stuff coming, people.
Right. A lot of things that we would be gearing up for. And
see, we don't really know what's going to happen with the supply chain. You guys need to start, if you're making stuff or selling things, you need to build up an inventory, because we don't know what's going to happen as far as it getting here timely for these different upcoming holidays. Father's Day is coming. What you got going on, guys?
Yeah, what are you doing for the Father's Day thing?
I explained to my daughters, their father's in a facility. Well, they can't go visit. I explained to them, if your father's in a facility, you need to send the stuff now, because you don't know how long it's going to take for it to get to the facility. I'm just saying, be proactive with your promotions, because people are no longer trying to rely a lot on these big box things like Amazon, etc., because they've had an interruption. They can't keep up with the flow.
Now, here's something you could do for people that you can use your phone and video. Take a video of you saying, hey, happy Father's Day, whatever, and sending that in. That might make it in if they have some way of playing it on the other side.
Oh, and here's the thing. You have time to call the facility and set that up. Set up a room where people can come into the Facebook room and say hi to their loved ones, because the facility has not thought about that. Now there's a business.
Right there. That's a business right there. I'm going into the room. Okay. Brenna was talking about on the chemicals. I don't have time for that, going back and forth with the cleaning and the sanitizing. And many really don't for all the surfaces, because they have to stay wet the entire time from 3 to 5 minutes, then clean them with water. They're not telling us that when they...
You know what I'm saying? That it has to sit there.
Karen says, I'm in my cleaning training for daycare. We learned that if you continuously use anything like antibacterial, your body gets used to it and it is not as effective anymore. Also, cleaning is different from sanitizing.
There you go.
Did anybody ever teach cleaning versus sanitizing? What you need to know?
Who has explained that to anybody?
Nobody. Cleaning versus sanitizing. What you need to know.
Or 3 top things you need to know.
Right. And it doesn't have to take a lot. It just needs to happen because, and see, here's the cool thing about all of this. We all have an audience that comes to listen to us, and you have an audience that listens to you. They will hear from you and then they will pass that information on. So get with your audience, get in a room or get in front of the camera and say something to help them. This is the perfect time to do that, the perfect time to help get your audience informed. Your audience. Not try to inform the whole world. Don't try and save the world. Let's just start with the people in your room, the people in your environment. Hey guys, I wanted to share with you the difference between cleaning and sanitizing. If Brenda had not told us about the different things that go on and how I can clean my house without chemicals, okay, so I'm going to her when I need help or if I need to ask a question, but I can now clean my house without chemicals because she explained how to do it. I now know from Lakeisha that I can't wear the same red all year long.
There you go.
And that I need to switch up depending on what's happening for the seasons. We and Maureen is talking to us about health, gut health, and hormonal health. Now I will listen to Maureen before I listen to some people on the TV.
There you go.
So you are the authority for your community. You need to talk to your community. And I was thinking about some things. Now Coach Karen does this. She has a consistent time where she goes in and talks to people in Profits in Daily. She goes in and she talks to them all the time. Are we speaking and talking to our people all the time, keeping them informed of what's going on in light of what's happening
with our businesses? Here's
right.
something new. Here's something with our products and services.
Right. Because the world, the rest of the world has a bunch of information that's flying back and forth, but who do you trust? You always consider the source.
Consider the source. I like that.
So I trust Brenna to give me the right information. I trust Maureen and Karen and Lakeisha and Tracy and Claudia. I trust them to give me the right information on their subject,
Exactly.
on their subject matter, because
Exactly.
they've studied their subject matter. Like vegan, if I want to go vegan, I need to talk to Claudia, because vegan needs to taste good. I'm just saying.
Okay.
If I'm going vegan, it needs to taste good. And so Claudia can help with that. And Maureen, and there's just people. Tracy, what are you going to do to get what is your plan for the rest of the 2020 where jewelry is concerned? Because we still need to wear it.
We love it. And maybe what we need is jewelry for on camera.
I was just going to say that. And she can do these. Go well if you're going live. You probably want to have these look well on camera. They're not too much. And you know how they used to do give you etiquette tips on jewelry and stuff. There is some jewelry you just don't do, big dangling things, or maybe they're too small and you can't see them or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If Tracy says how this is, so you're going to a party, the jewelry you wear matters at the, for what party you're going to.
Especially if it's going to be a buffet, you might not want a lot of charms. And you're over the food. People, come on, talk to us, Tracy.
Jewelry for whatever occasion. If you're going to the office, here's the proper jewelry that we suggest. Because yes, you can sell the jewelry, but if you can teach the jewelry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I learned something over the weekend about what people wore and why and what it meant when they wore it. I was like, oh.
Just like flowers send a message. Used to be a whole language around flowers. What is this?
Claudia said buffets are canceled. Oh, yeah.
Yes. So but you see, you notice we're returning, okay? And so the question becomes, what is appropriate in this environment now that things have changed so much? People are super sensitive about stuff touching their stuff.
Okay, so even if the buffet is gone, but you're at a family gathering and you reaching over the food,
and people are coming back in groups of 100 or less, you're still in a group. You know what I mean?
Well, I understand what she means by buffet. I'm just talking about regular you're eating with family and you're reaching over the plate.
It's laid out on the table, buffet style. Or you're serving someone.
And that goes for
here's your plate and your charms all in my ice cream. I might be a little concerned.
Coach Karen said, I swear buffet should never have been.
My brother is just really paranoid about buffets.
And Claudia said, yes, look cute while you're waiting for your food to be dished out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right. Karen says, she says she's seen some of the nastiest stuff. I don't do buffets. But if you're going, like I can remember going someplace and my sleeve was too long.
Yes.
And then you have to wrap that up while you're passing food. Okay.
I have had to do this. You know what I mean? To make sure that it didn't fall and then bam, stupid stuff. Yeah.
So going forward, making room for new ideas, making room for new thoughts. You are not doing business the way we were back in 2019. That's over. So making room in your mind that you're going to have to, okay, wait, like in the summer, okay, I'm from the East Coast, so is Terry. In the East Coast, you put away your summer stuff, you fold.
Oh, yeah.
When winter,
you packed away the winter stuff.
You put all the winter stuff in the trunk.
Yep.
You brought out your spring, summer attire.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to make room in the closet for the spring, summer stuff. You had to put the winter stuff away. So we're saying to you now, make room for the rest of 2020. What's coming out, what's going in, there's going to be some things that have to change. And it starts by changing your mind.
And one of the other things that we noticed when we were talking about this tree was that we have things in our house that we really are not using. People use it. Look around. This tree was just laden with fruit. Don't let it go to waste. Don't miss your season.
Lemons all over the place. Peaches, the birds are all fat and happy. They done ate their fill and they can't do no more. But
Who's been walking down the street? They're so full. They're taking a walk because they can't.
Because the fruit is left on the trees. We teach a money management class as well. And we're looking, it's like you have harvest. The peaches are ripe. They are on the tree. And now they're dropping on the ground. There's peach juice all over the ground. Take the peaches and make some peach pie, peach jelly, peach jam, peach cobbler, peach ice cream. And it's just dropped all over the place. Karen, I'm gonna put her comment up.
Mm-hmm.
Karen said, I remember when I first came to Canada, I would ask people when they invited what kind of party it was, so I knew what to wear. People would look at me funny, but that's what I was used to. People was never shy in telling us dress attire. That was the perfect.
The invitation used to say formal, semi-formal, casual, business attire.
And Maureen said the birds are in my backyard eating my dog's food and getting fat. Look, they're taking the opportunity. You see the birds, they're like, oh, there's food down there. Let's go get that. And Brenna says juice, agua fresca.
Mm-hmm. Drink some water, people.
Well, it's she's talking about the fruit coming off the trees. Make juice with it, put it away. If you have fruit, maybe Claudia can use it in some of her recipes. Do you understand what I mean?
To infuse the water or whatever? Okay.
Yes. And then, Terry, you were saying that if you could go and approach the lady or the person who has lemons, if they're not going to take them off the tree, maybe you can go.
Maybe they'll let the kids do something. You start a business or something,
There is no shortage of food in California.
There's no shortage of food in America, for sure, if we look in the right places.
Right, because I can walk down the street and there's apples and stuff that have just dropped to the ground and nobody has picked them up. And I'm like, okay, somebody could have picked up all those apples and took them to market. Their people shouldn't be hungry. We have
lemons to lemonade, yes.
Yes.
Yes, to that. Lemons to lemonade. Mm-hmm. Claudia says, what's she saying here? Yes, definitely understood not wasting fruit. We have 7 fruit trees. You go, Claudia.
Making jams and jellies and things that, Smuckers started out because somebody took them pieces of fruit, jellied them or whatever. And I can remember my grandmother and my mom
preserves and jelly.
You can put bows on them, and people are giving them for gift. But you can also put bows on them, and they'll take a picture and put them online.
Yep, and sell that bad boy.
Right. Maureen said, "Yes, I agree. No one should be hungry.
No one should be hungry. I agree, Maureen. We even trade with our neighbors. That's nice.
Right. Oh, and they still do that here. Okay, they used to bring the fruit and put it on the table, and maybe you need kumquats, and they had apricots, and you can come get apricots and put your kumquats down or what have you. Really, we should not be hungry. And we need to be making room. How do I use what's already in my hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe it's not produce. What skill sets do you have that
Mm-hmm.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Brenna said, I used to ask as a kid if I can pick you some. I would clean those trees. Yes, ma'am. Can I pick those for you? And then pick them for them too, because there's a lot of people who don't want to go out there and mess with them trees,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the fruit goes to waste. We just making room in our minds to do something differently. Uh, how are you going to serve your clients from this point forward?
Mm-hmm.
With the distancing and with the different things that are happening, you got to do a lot of stuff online now. We didn't have online before, but we got online now.
Yes, indeedy. Trees need to be picked.
They're abundant next year. Letting the fruit build up causes disease. See, I
Oh,
didn't know that part, but I knew something.
I did not know that, but it makes sense.
If you left the old fruit on the tree. Thank you, Brenna. Thank you. So what happens if you leave all the old stuff, the old thinking that you have in your mind? What happens?
Mm.
Maureen says, I'm definitely tapping into different skills. Yep. So if we stay stuck in our mind and don't make room for new thoughts and new,
Mm-hmm.
because that be causing some kind of disease for us, dis-ease. We're not going to be feeling good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know the other day, the vet posted a mask and a dress that she made. So the dress and the mask match. You know, just ideas coming to us because we want to look cute to this whole thing. Come on, people.
And you don't have to wear the plain blue, I'm going to call it hospital gown face cover.
I call it generic. You don't have to go around looking generic.
Does it look like a hospital gown, the little blue piece of paper?
Because it is. And then the other thing is, how many pieces of paper do you put on your face before now it's really getting expensive. You can just buy something cotton and wash it out and hang it up. You know,
Jordan, we can create and do so much more. Thank you, Devette. We got to make the best of it.
Yeah.
We can do more.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to think further ahead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Further ahead, they still building stuff. They are still building. They are still acting like this. I'm saying they're building buildings.
Yes.
And they're acting like, okay, we plan not to be here in the future, so they are looking future forward. Are we looking future forward, or are we like, oh my God, what's happening? Hey, Maureen, I agree. You can look basketball while you stand at home.
Feel it, find it, do it. I like that, Karen. I like that.
Oh, nice, Karen. So are you? What are you going to do to keep pushing forward? People still buying houses. I was like, oh, that didn't slow down.
People are still making moves. They're still buying products, and they want what you have. They just need to know you got it.
Now more than ever, I like what Lakeisha said earlier, organizing it and promoting it. You're going to need to do it differently than you did before. You can't have people come all over for a party, but you can have them on a line. They made rooms. I keep pushing the rooms. You can have a room online and invite people. Brenna, when you're doing the product demos and stuff online, you do a real good job, by the way. Have the people come online and bring their friends, and then you do the demos. connect with somebody else if you don't want to do the demo by yourself. Or if you don't feel confident, get a buddy to go into the room with you and tag team that thing. Like I think Terralina and Tracy should be doing something together.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We'll be talking about that, right, Tracy?
Mm-hmm. And
it's like the room's going.
Yes, I like the room's going to do more.
Good.
So what you're going to do is make sure, and then, okay, so you now know about rooms and you know about going live and you know about doing live streams. Take it up a notch. Figure out the lighting. Just and camera angles. Always improve, doing better. Okay, let's figure out this camera angle. What can I do to change the background and make the background look a little better and make it better every time you go live or every time you have a room? Or do you, okay, because you don't want to invite people to the room and then their room is cluttered.
Mm.
Thank you, Karen. So what are we going to do
to make room?
Oh, and then Lakeisha said, add me too, because now you can have the makeup, you got the jewelry, you got the outfit.
That sounds great. Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know you were talking to us, Lakeisha.
Yes, I think that's an excellent idea because, and we're going to be doing some more rooms. I'm not sure if we're going to do rooms tonight for our first Monday event or if we're going to be doing StreamYard. I liked it last time where we had the different people coming in and talking about different things on StreamYard. And see, now Coach Karen can participate in First Mondays and talk about Profits in Daily and what she offers with that. We can bring more people in now online than we were at the restaurant. Right?
That's true. That's true.
So I know we're scheduled to have a guest that was supposed to be here live. I'm going to see if she's going to be available. And if not, I might be calling one of you to do a presentation tonight, Devette.
And that's tonight at 4:00.
4:00 p.m.
Pacific time.
Right, because we want to include the people from the East Coast. So just be ready. I might call you. Yep, it's tonight at 4 p.m. We're going to have a keynote speaker. And then we're going to be talking with different people and letting them showcase what they do, tell us a little bit about what they do. There'll be some tips for tech on there, just things that you can learn. And we won't be all day. It's about an hour, hour and a half max. But it is definitely well worth it.
We're going to start on time because we like to respect your time.
Right.
Thank you so much. So we'll be there at 4:00 and we'll be moving forward. Chew Online is opening up.
Chew Online is opening up worldwide. Right.
And
it all started way back before Blab. Gabriella.
Hey, Debbie.
And so we want to know about people, what you do and how you help. And we like to introduce you to other people. And we like making the introductions. This is a safe space. Is that what you call it, Terry?
A safe space.
Right.
To have the conversations.
Right.
About business. So stay focused, people. This is about business.
Right. And everything about business is going on. I saw Pat Murray pop in here. She might be out. She's a journalist, so I'm sure she's covering a lot of stuff right now. And but we want you all to make room for 2020, the second half of 2020. talk to, share your plans with us. What are you going to be doing in the next half of 2020? Maybe you can come on this evening at 4 o'clock and tell us what you're doing. We will get everybody a link that wanted to come in and just chit chat about it for a minute and take turns about telling us what's happening for your 2020, what your plans are. Karen says 2020 is a great year because it's an excellent year. Do not let what you're seeing with your eyes fool you.
People are still doing business. They're still buying stuff, and they're still going about their routine as much as possible. And if they couldn't keep their routine, they're keeping some kind of schedule at home. So guys,
they made a new schedule. They made a new routine. Okay, we're constantly, the only thing that doesn't change is change.
And change isn't change until you change.
You are going to have to pivot. Crisis is an opportunity. See crisis and change as opportunity. And if you do that, you will always be ahead. Where's the opportunity in this situation? Okay, I can't do cover-ups, but I can do face cover-ups. Claudia says, yes, folks are learning new skills and having new perspectives.
Yep. I started thinking about the perfect fit. The fact that people still need compression socks, more than ever, because they're probably more sedentary than they've ever been.
Hey, Eric. Eric says, I'm able to work harder and be more focused with more time by myself. Seriously, you can get a whole lot more done when you don't have people walking in your office. Thanks, Eric.
And stopping by to chitty chat for 30 minutes at your desk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You get to push through and you get to see, okay. How many of y'all figured out what your phone does?
Now you got time to play with it.
Mm-hmm. And set up a system. I'm setting up systems right now to be more efficient. Like with our planner, Terry, I saw how somebody took a planner. I'm like, oh, I can do that. They selling a planner, a tactile planner. And I said, I can do that. I can take the planner that we created and make it tactile.
There you go.
And then Claudia said, no more commutes. That's it. You ain't got to be doing all that commuting.
Yeah.
Claudia, have you thought about offering your services through DoorDash? You creating the vegan meals and things that you do normally, create them and then have them delivered through DoorDash or Postmates or Uber Eats or whatever the different people are, because I would order meals from you and you don't have to drive. Eric said, people chit chat for 30 minutes at my desk. Yes, happens all the time, and I don't want to be rude, but
Isn't that terrible?
It is a huge time waste. Not to mention traveling to meetings an hour this way, 2 hours plus. Now I can't, but it saves so much time.
Yes. And something that really bothered me would be meetings where I would travel for hours and get there only to find out that they're going to table everything. And now I got to travel 3 more hours back. I'm like, no, can I phone this in?
Can we do this online? Claudia says no, because I deliver my own, keeps me connected, and the middleman is very expensive. I'm just saying, if you get a whole lot of people who want your stuff, just keep, and maybe we find another person, and maybe it's not DoorDash or whatever, but maybe it's somebody else who has a vehicle who would be willing to deliver for you.
Make your deliveries, hire a delivery guy.
Right. And you run them through all of the protocols that are necessary to teach them how to do it. I would do that. that you would not have to drive because you're already cooking. Now you got to pick it up and take it to the people. Just cook it and hire somebody. That's something, giving somebody else something to do, an opportunity, local. And yep, drive-by pickups are good, but I still don't want to come get it. I'm just saying. But I would pay for that. I would pay extra to have it delivered.
I think that's what people don't really get.
Right.
We'll pay extra to have it delivered.
Yep. And Lakeisha said, oh, that's good. Hire a delivery person. And there are people who you can hire. You don't have to hire the company. You just need to, do what you need to do, have the proper insurance in place. And Terrell Ballard Mitchell is one of the people here, one of the ladies who does insurance. If you have the right insurance to cover all of that, now you're not worried about loss
liability
and all of that. So, but I would definitely have you fix it up, and I don't have to cook it up, and the food tastes good, and then somebody brings it to me.
Things would make you go,
And you don't have to just think again. We're making room for new ideas and ways of getting it done. Like right now, I got to call somebody to come clear the top of my roof. And because we hired a roofing company that will clear the debris off your roof and clean your gutters. But can you wash the outside of the gutter when you clean the gutter? Okay, they clean the inside, they
inside
the roof, but they didn't wipe the dirt.
Wipe down.
I was like, okay.
Really? Okay.
Because and I asked, and that's not something they do. Okay, really? Okay, but you
really you can't take a hose and power wash that?
You have the equipment, but okay, fine.
Wow. And charge me extra. You're standing right here. Just charge me, $20, $30 extra to wash that down.
Off, just the gutters are white. I don't want them looking gray. Can you just wash the stuff off? But okay.
Or looking smeared from where they washed the dirt over it. Now it's all streaked.
Making room in our thinking is all I'm saying. Make room for new ideas, new thoughts, new ways.
And expansion of our services, goods and services.
Right.
If the customer wants it, can you make it happen?
And if it's not what you do, that's okay. But yeah. And thank you, Karen. This is how people come in and fill a gap, because there are so many gaps that can be filled right now. I have a gap that I got to work on. You guys can ask me about it later on, but here's my gap that somebody called me today. I'm a real estate agent. And we have our MetroList tools and how to search properties for people and stuff like that. The lady is a new agent. She doesn't work for my company, but she's a new agent. And she said, I don't know. They told me, the people that she worked with, go and just search on the MetroList and find properties for your client. She's brand new, never been on the MetroList, don't know where to go, don't know how to push a button, don't know how to do anything. And she called me. She said, I don't know. Can you show me? So I spent an hour showing her how to do stuff. And she said, you need to start a business doing that, because that's a gap. People are brand new into the real estate industry, but nobody has teaching them how to do the basics on the estate tools. I was like, but I can do that because I know
service.
It's a service, and you don't have to work with my company, but I think I will do that. So ask me about that later, because I'm going to do that. Brenda said that's what you can hire a power washer for. Thank you, Brenda, and I'm going to do that. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I am. Thank you, Lakeisha. I'm gonna hire some people. I'm gonna teach some people, have a class, bring them in the room and show them how to get around on their Metro list.
Exactly. How to navigate the list.
And how to use the tools these people keep coming up with. I was like, they got some great tools and great things to follow up on your clients and great tools for showing listings and all kind of stuff. And I know how to use them. The other people.
It's like me and my Cricut. I know how to use it, but some
Right.
people don't.
Hey, Mohammed. Yeah, so there are a lot of things that we need to make room for.
Mm-hmm.
Think beyond.
Yes.
What can I do? What's in your house? We got books. What am I going to do with all these books? Okay, wait, Brenna's got some help for me here. The entire outside needs to be pressure washed regularly, and cracks and stucco needs to be filled when a new house settles, and then paint touch up. I told my husband to make a new home PDF to offer clients. Okay, Brenna, I need to get with you and your husband because I can offer that as a service. Because people do need to stay up on that. Thank you, Brenna. Let's do it. And Karen said, Fran, because it's a part of another stream in your business. Remember my motto, 3 streams for every business. 3 streams for every business.
Things to make you go,
3 streams for business. Okay, Karen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What
Well, Fran, it's the top of the hour. Can
Okay,
we talk
before I do
about
that-
First Monday? Can we talk about First Monday?
Before we
Real
do
quick.
that, I'm gonna issue a challenge. What are your three streams for the rest of the year? What 3 streams can come from what you're doing right now? She stopped working for him. Oh, I love it. Some people you can't drag them to make them do it.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta want to come. So what 3 streams can you come up with for the rest of 2020? We'll talk about it next Monday. Okay, Terry, I'm done.
All right, guys. I just want to remind you that it is First Monday. We'll be here. I'm saying on StreamYard, and then we'll take it from StreamYard to wherever else we want you to go, because we have some folks who signed up online for First Monday. I hope that you'll be sharing this out when we do get together, so that we can grow BizChicks. My goal for this year, I actually have a goal, is to grow the group to at least 1,000 business women. Right now we have over 200 and some odd people, and we're looking forward to expanding, because the more people we connect with, the more businesses we can help. So Lakeisha says, let me tell y'all, we were going to settle for something that did not work when looking for a home. Went to our BizChicks on a Monday back in December, and Francine said, why settle when you are making that type of an investment? And we can find what you want. And she did it. So yes, teach some people how to do what you do.
I will do that.
In other words, teach people how to serve their customers better and put the customer first. We're all about service first.
Right.
So, let's see, there's a testimonial right there that you have fulfilled your purpose, which is to connect people with a home that they love and that works for them.
Right.
I love it. Okay, Karen, thanks. It was fun. Have a lovely weather.
Everybody
We'll
who
see
came
you guys.
and live and on the replay over on YouTube and Facebook and Periscope. Thank you so much for joining in with us. Subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever if this was a blessing to you, because we're looking forward to helping. Like Terry said, we're looking to increase the number of people that we help.
Invite some people to the BizChick group. Ask them to, ask for membership. We love you guys. And we look forward to seeing you tonight at 4 Pacific time, right here for First Monday. Oh, come camera ready. We might just put you in the seat. Okay, guys. We love you, and don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.